right, everybody. Welcome back to the PRPL Podcast. This is your host, Austin. Hope you're doing all right out there when this episode's finding you. I'm doing quite all right myself, rocking full bean tonight. Thought, I've been wearing hats a little bit lately. Had a beanie on the last episode. I am a hat guy. I'll admit it. But sometimes you just got to let the people know what's up. And that's this bean, baby.
Hey, man.
Welcome to the booth, team.
Sometimes you got to bake it. What's up, boss? What's up, pops? We are back in action, boy. Well, how you feeling, Dad?
I'm feeling pretty good about this one, boys. I will say, as I talked to you guys a little earlier today, there's a couple of things that I don't care for with this particular episode. I thought I don't like using the term jump the shark, but there's some silly scenes in this one. But man, I will tell you, I love that. Hey, we learned about we learned about Pennywise and why, what's her name? Help me here, boys.
Periwinkle.
Yeah, Perry. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I was trying to think of that. But we see Pennywise. The funny scene, boys, did y'all see him out there? He's smoking, he's drinking. I thought, oh my God, look at this guy. Can you imagine that? There's your clown out there smoking and boozing it up a little bit. But man, he seemed like a pretty good guy, honestly.
Well, Bill Skarsgård is also just a terrific actor.
Oh,
he brings this character to life tremendously. I think that first intro scene is really strong stuff. It's fun. It's still a little off-putting just because carnies generally are. Why is Austin Powers so scared of them? For a good reason, I'd say. They're weird fellas.
I'll tell you,
cat, but he's got some sweetness and he's got some heart. There's heartfelt moments in that too.
I'll say this. If we did sad sacks on our TV show episodes, he would definitely be the sad sack of it. Well, there are quite a few sad sacks in this episode, but he'd be one of them.
If we did, we definitely do sad sacks.
We're doing sad sack. What are you talking about?
What about when all the kids rush on stage after he gives his performance and they're like about to tear him apart or something? Did y'all notice he's like scared? He has to run off. The little kids are attacking him on stage.
It seemed like it was a normality though. It's like that's what happens after every show. They just were so used to it. They get up there and start doing the dance too,
Oh gosh, that's funny. I'm watching right now. It's too good. Oh my God, talk about a bean. That dude, he had no wig, did he? That red. Once he pulled that,
absolutely not, man.
They ripped his wig off on the stage.
I thought that was in poor form, man. They just, golly, ran right up there and ripped his red wig right off his head. Gosh, damn, poor guy.
The whole show is about his, recently deceased wife. It actually gets pretty damn sad for a second.
Yes, it does.
But then he ends up going after the Gophers again.
Oh
man,
hey man,
this episode, Mike, you started to get into it a little bit, and I don't think you did get into any of the stuff you actually didn't like yet. But I would agree, there were parts of this one I did like, but there were just some really big goofs that kept me. And actually, I watched it again for a second time just to kind of say, was it really bad the way I'm thinking? And those parts still, maybe I eased up on them a little bit, but still, it's a pretty glaring stain. The two big ones for me, as much as we love our guy Richie, and he did a very valiant thing that a knight would, there was just, what we kind of used the word or the phrase was, there was just so much suspense in reality. It was just completely.
It was too much time. Way too much time.
Well, he's saying that it was so unrealistic. It just there's no way in hell that. My God, that happens.
I'm sitting there counting 1001, 1002. Heck, I got up to 20, and I'm like, dude, you by that time you could have been out of there yourself and got.
You could have at least tried. You didn't have to give up. It was literally they Titanicked him. They literally did. It's like, no, Rose, there's no room for me.
Yeah.
It was literally the Titanic, but they
and
he didn't even get cooked. What a cop out, too. Sorry.
That whole scene is bad. I love it that little Rich, he was doing like you said, doing the knightly thing. We all respect that. But one, that box, if there was a fire, that box, she would have been toast inside there. We all
Baby
know that.
back ribs.
She would have come out and looked like a baked ham,
Glazed it all.
Glazed it, yes, absolutely.
Hey, they might have served her at old Cleaver's place if he didn't get his head chopped in half. Who knows?
Oh my gosh!
God.
But that was just darn silly. And he's sitting out there and he's talking and talking and talking and I love you and you love me and it's all cute and everything. It's like you say, Austin, it's Titanic-ish, but dude, you could have been out of the building.
Oh wait, I just noticed something, and I'm just yapping right now. The writer of the show, he is in the beginning sequence. That did you notice that, Austin? I didn't notice until just right now.
Yeah, is he the balloon guy? He's somewhere.
He makes a cameo. I just saw. It's like, oh, that's the writer or the director of the show. So that's kind of funny, but kind of interesting.
Austin, what was your other?
Wait a sec. Something I want to say.
Greg.
This is kind of fun. Kind of maybe a little interesting. For whatever reason, I was kind of in the minority last episode where you guys were saying, "Hey, we loved it. What's going on with you?" I kind of liked this episode for the most part. Now, granted, there were those scenes where, like you said, Austin, you had to suspend reality too much. But I feel like this whole show is a bit of a stretch, and I don't know. It was I thinking
corny for me is what I think it more so was.
What's that?
Corny. It got corny.
Oh, okay.
First of all, guys, I've been in a fire when it was going on. Okay.
When did that happen?
Look at him. He's trying to call bullshit right now.
No, I'm just wondering when that happened.
I
died in a fire, pussy.
Even if there's a fire.
Hey, we had lightning hit the top of my apartment when I was living in another little small town in Kentucky. As it hit it sounded, it sounded like a bolt of lightning hit the ceiling. There was smoke started to roll out of the top of the roof, okay? And guys, smoke started rolling down. I did the mature thing. I grabbed all my clothes, got out, and grabbed my beer. Again, I was probably your all's age. That was very important to me, my beer. But I got out, and I mean, if I would have been in another 10, 15 minutes, guys, the place was, you could start seeing fire everywhere on the walls. The smoke is what gets you. So as I'm watching, I'm going BS, BS, BS. The smoke would have started knocking. I mean, first of all, you always hear that you basically you're crawling on the ground. You saw a little bit of that with Halloran and the team. They were doing a lot of that. But I just don't. I think, again, Austin, as you pointed out, the timing, there was just I thought there was so much time had gone by. First of all, that place would have burnt to the ground, and the other, it would have burnt them up, or they would have, with all the smoke, they would have dropped.
Well, how savage was it to begin with, though? I mean, obviously it was the augury, but how savage? I mean, and you knew it was coming, but I feel like somewhere in my head, I was like, there's no way it's going to be this traumatic and this, extreme. And then it was. And it's like, oh my God, how did these guys just get away with this?
That might have been the moment of this show that had the most balls. That moment was insane. I would say that even in that moment where, yes, you could say, yeah, they would have been choking on smoke far sooner. All that stuff was fine to me. The biggest issue I had with that part of it was just the Richie thing. That went on for so long, and I don't know, it just didn't work for me. It was like, it's too stereotypical. It was the easiest route or something. I don't know.
One of my buddies too, he said, man, I get it. Like you said, Dad, it's like, it's cute. It's cute, sure, but at the same time, did it feel a little, and I know young love is its own thing, but did it feel kind of quick for them to be like, I love you and all this stuff? It's like, I felt like their romance just started cooking, and next thing you know, it's like, I don't know if it had baked that long for me, not to use a pun there, I guess. But,
well, and guys, and I think, and I'm speaking for the three of us, I really liked Rich, and I thought you guys did too. And that little guy, I thought he was a cute little fella. And it was like, oh man, it was so disappointing. I'm like, he's getting ready to bite it, man.
Well, Dad, you might have to give up your title as Kreskin. You might have to give it up to Austin there, because if you recall,
called this.
If you recall, he had two calls. He called
it's one or the others. What
he said, it's going to go down next episode. It's going to be
he did
unbelievable, and it did. He said you might see Rich bite it. He did. Now, I mean,
we said that at the very beginning. We said he might be one of those throwaway characters, which he wasn't. But he ended up biting it like one, the same all way, you know. So
that's a shame, guys, because you know.
Well, it just stunk.
What about the part, Austin, with Leroy? What about Leroy? He comes in. He's we never got on the whole military. I mean, that was kind of.
I hated that was the military's plan, anyways. It's just like, man,
I didn't like that.
It wasn't clever enough for me. It wasn't creative
Fear is
enough.
collateral damage. I'm like,
I mean, I get it. Like, that is the story of a lot of these, like, you know, dictatorships. And I guess I don't know what they're trying to say, but it just did not do it for me at all. It felt silly as hell. He walks in there, yes. And then, you know, they're about to blow each other's brains out, and Shaw just comes over the intercom. Boys, let's put our guns down.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. You know, like, it's just like, that was what, you know, Leroy was fine. He's just going to submit again. I don't know. It just, I didn't buy it.
Well, gentlemen, here's the thing.
Calm us down, Griffin.
This show since episode 1 has been a bit mediocre, right?
Let's say inconsistent. And
are we too surprised? And this is more surprising than anything to me. Listen, guys, I was at a Christmas party this past weekend. And there was someone at that party who had also been watching Derry. And I said, oh, man, that's cool. What do you think of it? What do you guys think that person told me?
I'll sit out. You already told me, Griff.
Oh, did I already tell you, Us? Dad, what do you think?
Griffin, I think they're going to use the word inconsistent, that it's all over the place. I mean, again, I have never watched it. It's not my bag, baby, as we like to say. But I'll tell you this, I really wanted to give this an honest chance. It's not too scary, which is great for me. And 2, I like the story. I like seeing about Ingrid and her father and Pennywise, and it's all kind of coming together. But this kind of just ripped it for me. It's like, oh, rip the bandage off for me. It's like, oh, maybe this is a little silly.
Dad,
go ahead.
The guy said, I think it's great.
Really?
And I said, oh, and he's like, yeah, what are you talking about? It's great. I think it's really, really good. And I was like,
Griffin, he is an It fan.
You think so?
And there's nothing wrong with that, Hey,
there are parts that, there are some really good highlights. There's just some really bad lowlights as well, is what we're seeing. Speaking of lights, how about deadlights as well in this one? We get some crazy moments with it. Everything with it is great.
Good.
That's good stuff. Yeah. Really awesome stuff. The deadlights, what I'm saying is when he opens his whole damn mouth open and has those lights. Those are called the deadlights, and it does something to like the soul of the person.
I like the look in his eyes when he's like hugging Ingrid and he just looks so insane, and it's like, what is happening?
Yeah,
it's like he's hungry, which he probably is.
But it's like, it doesn't even look like much is going on in his brain. He's almost like a reptile or something, It's just like, he's just
a
there.
Lizard. He's a lizard.
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Let's hop into our favorite scenes, guys. We've hit some big hard ones that we didn't love,
Yeah.
But
I got two scenes to mention right now. So speaking of, I really like when Ingrid and It are in that forest together, just having their moment, and we see old Cleaver get his head sliced in half. I thought that was pretty kind of, I guess just that was kind of you were kind of on the edge of your seat. What do you say, Oz?
Show me the bow.
Yeah,
Come
you're
to
kind of
Papa. Come to Papa.
You're kind of on the edge of your seat because you're like, what's happening? And it, like you said, when it's on the screen, you really can't take your eyes off. Mm-mm. I will say though, even with the good scenes like that, there are some gripes because something that Amy and I thought was really weird is like, why does Ingrid start getting weird the moment it says, "Hey, I'm going to sleep now"? And now she's like, "You're not my dad." Oh, so you mean he was your dad when he cut your fucking husband's head in half with a cleat? It's like, what? Like,
Griffin,
she watched him eat his head.
Yes.
She watched him eat his... It's like...
That didn't bother her.
It's like, what do you mean?
He said, "I'm going to sleep." That bothered her.
Yeah, and maybe...
all the strings that she pulled to make this shit happen, too. I guess, she's just accustomed to this.
That was dumb, but I did like seeing it up close like that. I thought that was interesting, and kind of seeing maybe that relationship between it and Ingrid. It kind of seemed, again, as we predicted, or maybe we already knew, that Ingrid is essentially bringing food and sacrifices to it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. I liked the scenes with Halloran, per usual, where he's actually, I forget, what was the name of that Native American leader? What was her name?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well...
I don't have it at the tip of my tongue.
He was with her spirit and actually walking around. He had to speak to her, which he did not want to do. Of course, he did not want to be acknowledging the dead in that way, but he had to in that moment. He had no choice. And I thought it was kind of... it kind of got you worked up when, Leroy's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "I had to do it. I had to talk to him." And you could tell he was just so tore up about it. It was like, oh, gosh. So those are the ones that stood out to me.
Yep. Mikey?
Guys, again, I had 4 scenes. I had that one that Griffin was talking about, and Griff, I've got to go back to, "You're not him. You're not my father." And then, he looks right at her and says, "I ate him." And just kind of like,
"What'd you do with my dad?"
"Yeah, I ate him."
He plays kind of stupid. "I ate him."
Yeah. Oh. And then he he grabs her and he chokes her. He's going to choke her out. He lifts her up off the ground. It looked like a scene from Predator. If you all have seen Predator, it's what it looked like to me when he lifts Arnold Schwarzenegger up.
That was
Oh man, that was so. That was one. For some reason, I like Rich. I like Marge. He's talking her into try to get into the box. She gets in the box. We see Rich as a hero, and then I love this line. He said, remember what you said about knights? We don't just pee in pots. We also save fair maidens." And I thought that was cute. Again, corny, goofy.
Yeah.
And then you hear, "I love you, I love you." It's kind of goofy.
It was so on the nose.
Yeah. And Austin, the last one that I had was Aubrey. It has passed. We see Rose with basically her tribe around her, and she's telling everyone, this is past. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did she say 27 years? And then someone says, "We'll see your asses then." I was like,
some weird version of cussing. I can't remember what he said.
I thought
or something.
Yeah, he did say something.
Austin, we heard meatballs in the last one. So, Griffin and I don't listen that closely, but I thought somebody said, "See your asses then," after 27 years.
Yeah.
So those were my big ones. Again, the military scene with Leroy, it was, man, I really was hoping for more there. It was silly, Oz. But again, every scene with Pennywise, the dude just, man, Griffin, you said this, episode 1 or 2, that, hey, when he's on, you really want to watch, and man, he delivers. So,
yeah. You see Halloran, you see it, Pennywise on screen. Those are the moments you want to really watch. Certainly, Charlotte's right there with them, but she hasn't done too much recently. And I don't know, the Halloran stuff is just supremely interesting. And then Pennywise is just absolutely electric anytime he's on. Had some great stuff in it. So like, my favorite scenes, that scene when it first kicks off, it surprised me how, brutal they made it. Even though I knew it had to be brutal, but it even did it. They got our bartender that I liked from last episode, shot him right through the head.
Well, I can't believe, again, and I mean, I understand it's Derry. We've already established that the place is kind of cursed and tainted by its presence. We understand that, but how do these guys just so blatantly? I mean, I guess it's like the chief of police, or did they? I forget. Did they fire him though? From that,
he wasn't anymore.
How are they shooting these guys as they leave? What I mean? It's like they're just like killing these guys, plain as day.
Well, just the decision, just the sheer amount of evil you have to be to just literally lock people in here and light them on fire. You knew there were kids in there too.
Firebombing them. It was
absolute abandon. And the guys just say something as nonchalant as they're cooked.
Yeah.
It's like, geez.
I mean,
it's just absolute evil in its purest form.
And how would you feel if you were one of those assholes that did that? And you go out and you can't start your car. So, Stanley boy can't, his car won't start. And I'm sorry, I watched it early in the morning. I was laughing. I said, dude, that would be the worst thing that could happen because everyone's going to know you were there. And on top of this, you see Ingrid and she starts talking to him like, what are you doing?
She's dressed up as the clown. He's going through his head right there.
Oh my God.
What the fuck are you doing?
And then she says, does she say daddy or papa? I think it was papa. Says papa. And I went, oh no, look what's standing behind you. And then next thing you know, he gets the old cleaver across the, right. I mean, shaved him from the eyebrows up, and started eating his skull. I mean, oh God, bad stuff, man.
But Ingrid was still holding on to the possibility that it was her father.
Yeah, that's her.
At that point.
I hate him. Yeah. Oh God.
So I thought that stuff was, I'm reluctant to say the word good, but it was television to see for sure. And, especially when it arrives, he starts doing his little movement and you just kind of see his shadow. So that was really well done, I would say. In the payoff, I know I mentioned that small line that Halloran had last episode. Floorboards is rotten. Came in handy in this episode, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Man, and you mentioned Charlotte. Guys, is this, and maybe it's not even worth talking about that much, but is this Hank storyline working? No. Does it work for you?
No, it's not.
It's been pretty
You
boring.
don't care. I don't care about Hank. It's like, okay, it's so irrelevant to the story.
It has no juice at all.
I just thought about it for 1 second. And I was like, man, it's not even registering. So, you mentioned that Charlotte hasn't been able to do much. And it's like, well, they're trying to put her as the kind of energy behind that. And it's like, but no one cares. It sucks. No one cares.
My other big kind of scene, the end is really significant, of course, because they have broken the gate. They've let the cat out of the goddamn hat, right? So it is able to go to the military base where Will is and deadlights him as well. I thought that was pretty cool. And the visual of him being, up to his mouth in red because he was slumbering, his 27 years, which was meant to be, that contained. That's what this containment is, the augury. We saw the kind of Native American meeting that they had about, our job is complete. See you in 27 years. But now that that's broken, he's out to feed again. So this next episode is going to has to be a way to contain him again. It's going to be some kind of come together.
Well, I'm sure the Native Americans are going to be like, what the hell is happening? But I guess we saw, and I forget his name, but Taniel. Yeah, we saw Taniel running off to let him know. So, yeah. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I do agree. I think I was just like, when I was watching it, I was like, man, there's action on screen. I'm
The action's really good.
Griffin, when Pennywise is there, you're loving it, dude. It's like watching one of those Marvel movies. You're like, oh, there's action, but you're going, didn't that cat die like 3 different times? It's you don't care. You just love the action. And it does have some action in this one. Something needed to pick up. Come on. You all know. It needed to pick up. Where are we at? This is the episode 7. What's it called, Austin? The Black Spot?
The Black Spot.
Surely. Yeah. We only got one more.
We only got one more.
Right?
We got one more, and that's
the thing. That's going to be the end. And, it's another 27 years. So we're going to have to succeed in some kind of way. But at what cost is maybe the question. And how does it happen is, definitely front of mind.
Sure looks like Will's biting the dust is what it looks like.
Well, we know that he has to have kids actually from the movies. So.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So, yep. So he's going to make it. All right. Well, that's good news. All right.
That's good news. Hopefully we don't lose too many else. Lily, she's in a rough way. They give her like kind of a Shining parallel with a Jack Nicholson kind of look. She's just, this thing is preciousing her, it is the ring of power, that shard, whatever it's doing to her. She is looking rough. And Lily Pickles Bainbridge has looked rough for the whole season. She's looking real rough now. So
yeah.
This next episode has got to be hers, Austin. It's got to pick up with her kind of headlining.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. But let's hop into our favorite characters, guys. Sending it your way, Griff, first.
Favorite character. I'm picking Pennywise. I think Pennywise is the juice, and I'll even give a little bit of that to Papa. What does he have a name actually?
Bob Gray.
Bob Gray. Yeah, let's say Bob Gray / Pennywise, because I think again that's where that's the reason we're even watching this. That's the reason we care. And when you get to see Pennywise, it's kind of like, what's he gonna do? What's gonna happen? It gets exciting. And I think there were some big moments from Pennywise in this episode. Like you said, another huge one, Austin, is when they did, they got rid of the damn rock in the ground. So now he can get through the damn shield or whatever the hell you want to say, the barrier. He's through now. So we see him in that kitchen with Will. He's talking on the phone with Will. Next thing you know, Will's like, I'm not afraid of you. And then he's right there. And, I'd say.
I think he was afraid then, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it got the best of him. So I think that'd be my pick. What about you, Dad?
Guys, I had Pennywise as well, but I'm going to go with Richie. Richie, again, the kid, say what you want. The kid's a hero, not a zero. And I was proud of him. He did the right thing. That was just a silly scene. He's just propped up and they're hugging him. And oh my God, he'd have been a little crispy at that point, I think, but anyway, he was a hero in the end. I was real proud of the kid. So I'm going with Richie.
He deserves it. Rich has been a good character for us. So let's give him his flowers on his exit of the series as well. Well done, Rich. And I don't think it was poorly acted either. I just think the scene was just a little goofy to begin with. My favorite character, since you selected Rich, I would have given Rich his, but Halloran's really good in it. Always. He's kind of let the cat out of the bag too, or out the hat, because he is seeing ghosts and they're seeing him too now. They're talking to him. He is in a rough
shit. They're hanging on.
He's cussing out his superiors. He doesn't care at all. That man.
Oh, he's kind of lost his cool, hadn't he?
He don't care.
Yeah. Would you?
No,
probably not.
Six
man of it.
Got six man. I had Stanley.
Stanley Cleaver. Okay.
Stanley Cleaver there.
Right.
And the reason I thought that was an impactful scene. To me, it was because I was so shocked that he turns around and after she had said pop, I went, oh my God, this dude's getting ready to bite it. And just the brutality of that scene, it was It was everything I thought it was going to be.
It's always good to see the bad guy kill a bad guy kind of thing. Like, a big evil person take down an asshole. So that was nice. And in a way, too, maybe is that the most memorable death that we've seen on screen this season?
It might still have to be that one pipsqueak from the first episode.
Getting ripped in half.
Yeah, what was that little goofball's name? I forget.
Teddy?
Teddy! That was him.
Yeah. Teddy Bennett. Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, Jojo.
And if you think about it, Austin, that's like Shawshank, where is it? Not Handling. What's his name? The prison guard goes in and he grabs the bad guy that had been raping Boggs. Oh yeah, our boy Boggs. You love that bad against bad. That's a good comment. Yeah, and Hadley, was it Hadley?
Hadley, yes sir.
The dog do out there when he drags him out. You see his eyes get big. That's a great scene. Yeah, so I agree, Austin. It's always good to see bad get a bad.
So Stanley Cleaver, 6-man, put on a performance for you.
Yes, he did.
He's your James Harden, eh?
Yes, he is.
Back in the day, at least.
Yeah, I'd say he takes it over now. Man, I'm gonna go with Periwinkle. I like little Periwinkle. I do. I think that she has a cute little role in the beginning, and I think it gives you a little bit more insight to where Ingrid's coming from. And I mean, let's be real. It was traumatic, man. I mean, she's looking for her dad. All of a sudden, the Carney director guy goes, we found this. Got some blood on it. Maybe some wolves ate him. And it's like, oh my God, this poor girl. And, something else.
Didn't give it to her nicely at all, did he?
Not at all. And something else I noticed, kind of like you said, it was pretty sad, Austin, when Bob's giving his performance up there, is Pennywise, he's dancing with his dead wife's old outfit. I didn't even realize that. And he's like making a spectacle out of it. So, that's old Periwinkle, little Ingrid's mom. And she's a carny. She's watching her pops, do what he's doing with that bald head. Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh my God. I mean, but
I'm calling again one day.
I enjoyed little Periwinkle. So that'd be my pick. What about you, Dad? Or what about you, Oss?
Ingrid. I'll give it to Ingrid.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Sad sack. A lot of options.
Gosh. Guys, you're gonna laugh at me, but I had Stan as my 6-man and my sad sack. He had to be. And then, I think, and I'm probably stealing yours, but I think Ingrid could be the sad sack of this too, because when she goes out, she looked to me like she was hexed. Just that frozen look on her face. So yeah, that may be the end of her. She might have had to go to Juniper. Was it Juniper Hill? She might have to go there. She might be going back in a different role there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Austin, you made a great point. I'm just kind of seeing things. You made a great point. We were texting about this. How insane is it that when a firefighter finds Marge in that box, he helps her up and then walks away. And like, all right, you're good now. Just found you in a fucking box.
Gives her a pat on the back. Hey,
Yeah, it's like,
here.
You're in a box in a burning building.
Don't worry about it, honey. You're okay.
Yeah, I mean, my God.
Put a little dirt on it. You're all right.
Sad sack of the episode for me. And I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be nasty. It might have to be Little Rich, man. I mean, that dude, that little booger, I mean, he ate it, didn't he? He was on top of the chest. He pulled the Leo, Austin. Like you said, his heart will go on for sure. He couldn't fit on the iceberg, could he? Or what is it, the damn door?
Yeah, that's all it was. He just couldn't fit in it instead of on it.
He couldn't fit in it. I'll tell you what, though, he's so little. I struggle to believe he couldn't have fit in there.
Yeah, that's the biggest stretch.
Yeah, that little booger, but poor little Richie, man. So he's a sad sack. I think Bob Gray's a sad sack from hell. Number one, Bob, shave that. Yeah, Bob, you need to shave that wig, buddy. Shave that damn wig.
That's Griffin. That's called acceptance. That dude needs to accept it and move on. I mean, there's a day for all of us, man. You got to shave that head.
Shave that wig, Bob. Get off the juice and get off the smoke too. But I guess he didn't have too much of a choice. But man,
I love how he just tells the little kid at first, "No, I can't help you. I'm doing something."
Yeah, that was funny.
Smoking, drinking.
Hey, Dad. Another call you had, man, that might be accurate. Maybe Shar and Leroy are some sad sacks for showing up so damn late to the party. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's morning time, and
your kid's been gone all day long. Your kid's been gone all night long, and you just show up. You know it's a small town. You hear gunshots. You probably hear it all over the town. You can see the crackling of the fire. I mean, it would have been, as high as can be. But, hey, we'll just show up in the morning. No big deal. I thought that was silly, too. I had that as one of them. But I didn't want to pound on this thing. You know who really might have been the sad sack?
Who's that?
The viewers for watching this one. That's who may have been the sad sack.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Golly.
Damn.
Austin, Griffin, you all know I've enjoyed this series. I've enjoyed it. So this one was just a little much for me. I was very disappointed. I just thought they just kind of lost it with this one. Hopefully, again, I'm hoping that episode 8 gets me, we need some gas, no pun intended, but we need some gas to get us going. They need something to get to recharge this so you're excited about.
But I don't even think that's what it is. This was the gas. This was the attempt at the gas. And I'm not going to say it fully missed. I think there were good parts, like I said, but there was just some really serious flaws with the show at heart, I think. The whole execution, it just was not. It was not executed at the level.
Again, guys, that's been this series from day one. I've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it. We've all enjoyed it in a way, but I hate to do it like we always do. But when you watch a show like Stranger Things, and then you watch this show, it's just so obvious where the basically where this one falls flat comparatively. It's so obvious. So maybe that's why we're kind of ragging on this one, but I don't think anything's changed too much. It's not like this is unexpected.
No, not really. My sad sack of the episode, I'll give it to old Bob Gray. He definitely deserves it. He's down and out, and then he gets taken over by a cosmic being. So one thing that I was kind of left kind of flat on is I kind of wanted to see a little more. I wanted to see what happened in the forest, but I think maybe we'll get that in another episode or something.
I just wanted to see old Bob get eaten.
I mean, that's a massive moment for him to assume this persona,
it's true.
I definitely wanted to see it. So they have to show that shit at some point in this season or the next or the one after that. It has to come up. Because I think we're going back in time as the seasons go to different feeding cycles. So
you almost have to.
So you would have to. I would think so. Another sad sack candidate is Frankie, the guy who's shell shocked in the kitchen and then gets up to help Halloran and immediately gets shot in the goddamn back after.
Oh yeah. Oh, a lot of them were taking it. Sorry,
it was
Frankie.
Rough, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but everyone who bit it in that fire, that is just not an awesome way to go by anyone.
Well, and something worth mentioning is we see Halloran actually seeing some of his old buddies, now their souls, their ghosts. We see him, them kind of visiting with him, trying to say, what the hell is going on, and you just get another glimpse into the pain that Halloran is going
He's a sad sack.
And
Austin, I'll tell you another sad sack, and we didn't even talk about this thing, but with Noreen, we see Pennywise just mauling Noreen, and I wrote this down because Ronnie sees it, and he looks right at Ronnie and he says, "Do I have face on my face?" and you're like,
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That again, every scene he's in, I mean, it's awful what he's doing. He's killing people and it's horrific, but it's what you're paying for here to see.
I like when he speaks to Halloran too. It's like, they all see you too, all the dead people are kind of walking up on him and there's fire illuminated behind him. So that was some fun stuff. But that's what I mean. Like there's some explosions, but man, they're just not nailing the landing all the way through by any means.
No. Also, do you feel like they're rushing this season?
I don't know. I don't know if they're rushing. I just don't know if they have it. They just don't have it under the thumb.
Yeah, it's. You just feel like I feel like it's kind of slapped together, and they want to. Hey, this is what we've got to start bringing in. Here's Pennywise and blah blah blah, and it just feels like they kind of slapping it together a little bit. But again, maybe this wrap up of the season is going to really excite us for season 2. So
I don't even know if like a great last episode would really salvage the whole season for us though either. I think it's made its kind of impression on us, and it's a fine show that we've enjoyed had a massive amount of fun enjoying the covering the show, but it's not going to be on your top charts by any means, not in my opinion at least, and some people probably will. That's just how it goes, and that's fine. We just feel differently. Themes and things, fellas.
Cannibalism?
Griff, you want me to do it?
Well, I guess it's not cannibalism. Yeah, you go for it.
How about fire and destruction?
Mm-hmm.
How about death, of course? Decapitation.
There you go.
Stop, drop, and roll. I put this in to be a smart ass. How about fire drill was needed? And then my last one was the fear.
The fear.
Feeding on it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's what I had, guys.
My themes and things are Stanley Cleaver. Let's do. This race war. I think you're seeing that in Derry, of course. Augury, that's a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know how to say it, but a theme of this or something just worth keeping in mind is how the military is actively screwing with this cycle, and they're going to pay for it. Rose has been saying it from the beginning. They don't realize what they're messing with.
Well, where is it right now? He's on the military base. That's where Will and them's place is at. So
that's true. Unleashing the Beast. I think that's one. Let's say Connie's. You got some Connie's in there. You got, roast duck maybe. Talking about little Richie out there. God rest his soul. Maybe a little bit of.
He's just like a little frog leg, though.
He's like a little drumstick. And maybe my last thing is just kind of
so bad. God, if I said that, you all would just barbecue. No pun intended. Barbecue.
Got him. That give us one of your it faces, one of your it laughs, like. Yeah.
God, when he runs up, I swear, it's daylight. It kind of scares me. I mean, it just freaks me out.
My last theme is let the star run the show. Why are we not letting it run this damn series? That's what we need.
Studs. Let this guy run. Give him the ball. Let him score. Keep him on the screen. Gosh damn.
That's it.
Jeez.
That is it. All right,
Austin.
Yeah, hit on a lot of the ones I got here. I got cigarettes. I got carnies. Deadlights. That's a big one.
Deadlights.
Evil, racism, bigotry. Augury, massive one. I did enjoy that scene with kind of the native folk kind of meeting and talking about that. And what role does Rose play in this next episode? She's going to have a big one, I think.
She has to.
Some kind of come together or something. Letting the cat out of the hat. We touched on that. Horrible military operations. Just another one. These guys are hapless as hell. It's almost Austin Powers like, man, some of the shit we get in this. Like that evil plan, that's Austin Powers as hell. And then also Richie. He's like the guy about to get steamrolled that won't get out of the goddamn way. It's like, dude, you had 5 minutes to escape. You had 5 minutes to get out of the way of the goddamn steamroller, asshole.
Yeah.
No wonder you got rolled over. Love you, Rich. R.I.P.
Sorry, Rich.
Ruling by fear. How about some Love Actually parallels here? We got Titanic-like sacrifice. They're watching Titanic in it at some point. Sam and Daniel. They're watching Titanic together. And then we also have the theme of dead mothers' names. Sam ends up dating a Joanna, which is his mother's name.
Mom's name.
And Ingrid becomes Periwinkle, which is her dead mother's name. So how about that?
Periwinkle.
Boy,
there you go.
Man, somebody's on the stick today. Good for you, Oz.
Yes, sir.
He is just showing off. Look at that.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up.
Hey, there it is. What type of stick you talking about? You talking about a disco stick? we got some.
I hope not.
We got some Lady Gaga fans in the house today.
Oh, goodness.
Let's have some fun. Beat a stick.
Yeah, Mike was telling us about how much he's been in the gym, but we know what that's code for. Spanking that.
Oh, geez. No.
Oh, you got a big old glass of water after that.
Oh, yeah, golly.
He's swigged one.
Sweating here.
Drink away the pain. All right, guys, that's it for me. Let's get on out of here. One thing I wanted to talk about too here. This is something to see, and this is something to note. What do you think about IMDb? What do they have to say about this one?
I wanted to ask you, Austin, what is how is this show doing on HBO?
I hope that they're not. If they're sucking up this one, I'm going to be a little.
Well, Griffin, I mean, they are promoting the hell out of this on HBO.
Yeah.
How's it doing, Oz?
IMDb has this episode as the highest rated episode of the season.
It's because Pennywise.
At an astounding 9.5.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey,
again, I think, Griffin, we were both talking about it, Austin. We've said this all along. If Pennywise is on the screen, people are going to eat this series up.
Now, again, I will say, after I watched the episode, like just watching it, not thinking too hard on it, I was like, that was fun. All right. I had fun. Again, a lot of the stuff is, once you really dig in, it's like, God, this is crazy. This is crazy. But I mean, the whole premise of it is crazy. So, I mean, it's hard to be too much of a snob about it, but.
Well, I can agree that perhaps some of the best moments from the season might have happened in this episode. You could argue for it. You could argue for like the, that black spot scene being that. And obviously people did like Rich. He was a very likable character. You're seeing it all over social media. So that has something to do with it. The sacrifice in that it was supposed to be and was, I'm sure for a lot of people, a very big scene. And it was big. It was a big scene to us. I just don't think it was executed with any kind of level of, expertise.
No.
Yeah. Well, and I'll kind of say just, as we're getting off, like, I apologize if we've been a little lukewarm today. I think it's just like, we put a lot of time into a series like this, and I think we all really want it to be just blowing us away, and it's just, it's close, but it's just not doing it. So it's a little... I don't want to say maybe it's frustrating, but it's a little like, all right.
Well, this is something that I've been cognizant and mindful of. We're doing a podcast on TV, movie, and we're trying to give an honest opinion on it. So I'm not trying to be, influenced by anything either. So with that, we're trying to get a kind of a calibration of our own kind of likes and wants and desires. And the best way that I can see that or explain that is just kind of how it sits with you, and just really didn't. If you get taken out, that means something. If you're really invested and a tear comes out of your eye, that means something. So like if those feelings aren't being evoked or something's missing, that's what I'm going to talk about, and that's going to influence what I'm saying. And just really, it did not hit in some parts and actually fell very, very flat in some parts in this one, where I was able to poke really big holes that I was just like, that's ridiculous. that kind of took me out of it. The nail in the fucking coffin was Leroy running into the military base, gung ho, and just the premise of, no, we're taking it and destroying it. We're letting them out to rule the country by fear. Shut the fuck up. I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing on earth.
Austin, if you could just give the cliff notes on what you're talking about, what the whole deal that our guy runs through, saying like why that's his, why he wants to do that.
Well, I think the whole purpose in it, and it's very era based, in that the 60s were a time of great kind of uplift and roar, right? Like there's a lot of civil rights movements going on. There was a lot of civil unrest is what I'll say. So like a lot of people were having, and it's probably a lot of what we're hearing today too. I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like history does repeat itself in ways. There's civil unrest today, but I think it was much more extreme back then, and the atrocities back then. Not to say that there aren't today. Of course, that's, I'm not even going to keep going into that. Obviously, you guys get me back home when I'm getting that. But yeah, I think that's just what it is, and this is his way to fix his country, to restore it to its old great self. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
What's that idiot's name? I can't even think of it.
Shaw.
That's it.
Great, guys. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Guys, we're the sad sacks for a reason. We tell it like it is. For those of you that have been with us, during the last.
This is our word. It's goddamn recorded. We can't be out here.
This is what we do. The Last of Us, Stranger Things. The series that we have watched. Let's face it. The Last of Us was very good, in my opinion. Stranger Things is even better.
But second season fell flat for us for The Last of Us compared to the first.
Yeah, but still good.
That's about it.
Of course, I love Pedro Pascal. I thought he was great. Stranger Things. This has been the biggest stunner for me. Stranger Things. Again, not my bag. I really wanted this to be. I wanted it to be great, that I was just locked in. Again, if I'm doing this, I drop this thing down and I say, okay, guys, we're losing our asses here. We got to put Pennywise in everything. He's going to kill everybody. We're going to have him running amok. This cat, give the people what they want. They want this guy as a thrasher. Give it to him, And I think, what did you say, a 9.5?
9.5.
That's insane, Austin.
That's as high as I've heard.
My last, I'm going to wrap this up for me. But guys, we are getting thousands of views on our reels out there. The guys are kicking butt, as always. I keep telling you, we love the feedback. Keep the feedback coming. On this Derry. If we're missing the mark and we're just complete a-holes here, tell us. You're not going to hurt our feelings. Good Lord. Also, it's Christmas time. We got some Christmas movies coming up. We're going to do The Grinch. We're going to have a special guest for Scrooge later on at the end of the year. And then, guys, 2026, we are going to kick ass. We've got we're going to do some small tweak changes here. The team that I've been talking, really looking forward to it. That guy right there, the brains of the operation, Austin, he's got big plans for us. So stay tuned, guys. Appreciate everybody out there listening. And again, feedback is king. Keep the feedback coming.
For reference, the highest rated Last of Us episode is 9.4. Endure and Survive, the one with
there it is.
The two brothers, Sam, and what was the other young brother's name that ends up turning into a fungus guy and comes.
That was season 2.
Season 1 is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
Kansas City.
That's unbelievable.
When the bloater shows up, the first bloater.
Yeah. That was a great. That was really cool.
Damn.
That is.
Yeah, that one. I'm missing that one a bit more. In saying all this, I am excited for the finale, guys.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Maybe just to get this one goddamn over with. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. And then, like Mike said, we got some Christmas movies that'll be following up. We got The Grinch coming up next. We got Scrooge from 19. What was it? 70?
74?
No, it's older than that.
Is it 72?
It might be 70.
Oh, I thought it was 74.
No.
1970 on the dot. That's
call.
There you go.
Well done, Griff. You got that one.
Here's the thing. We're the Sad Sacks Purple Podcast. I mean, if you don't realize it yet, if you can't see that we're at the top of our game and just getting better, we made a change recently, and there's no more talk of, if. There's no ifs. There's no, no indecision. It's decisive around here. We, the Purple Podcast, as we've told you, we have the best content around that is free, where you're not getting any sort of ads. We have the best content you're going to find on the internet. I say that firmly. Sad Sacks, that's the top echelon. So just get on board with us. We love you guys. We appreciate you. We're doing the best we can every single day here. Every time we're on the mic, we're giving you the best we got. So appreciate you. And boys, I cannot wait to see where it goes next. I can't wait for it. So appreciate y'all, and let's just keep doing what we do.
Mikey,
I've said my piece. I'm gonna let you wrap this show up.
Yeah, that's all I got. We'll keep on moving on. It is still the holiday season, so sending love out to your way. Hope all the loved ones are safe and healthy as well. We'll keep on moving. Got some more thanks or kind of happy Christmas, Merry Christmases to go around throughout this month. But other than that, guys, if you'd listened all the way through, as always, we appreciate it. Love you. Thank you very much. Keep sharing it around. This is the club. You want to be in it. The Sad Sacks Club or Sad Sack Club.
Yes, sir.
Mispronounced. Yes, sir. So we'll keep it going. Love you guys. Be good. And we'll be talking to you soon. So bye-bye.